So the Starfield gameplay reveal just dropped yesterday, and I gotta say I'm excited, but I have some mixed opinions. I don't have mixed opinions that I didn't like something that we saw because all of it was great. I have mixed opinions and that I have some worries about the game. But before we get to those, let's talk about the positives. For starters, this game looks fucking amazing. The combat, the suits, and the spaceships, to the graphics, everything about this game just looks beautiful. This game also feels like they're taking what worked in Fallout 4 and implementing it, and we see that with the base building and the weapon customization. The spaceship crafting seems awesome, and this is new, but it definitely seems like it was influenced from Fallout 4's power armor customization, and in Starfield your power armor is your spaceship. The characters and the planets seem interesting, and the scale of the game seems huge. Starfield is meant to be a single-player game, and I hope it stays that way, but honestly I feel like they will be trying to turn it into a multiplayer experience, just like what they did with Fallout 76. But let's stay on the positives. For now, Starfield is a confirmed single-player game, which is great to hear. The game also seems to have dropped the voice protagonist from Fallout 4, and I'm so happy they did this. Having a voice protagonist just broke the immersion for me, and I'm really happy they went through with this change. Overall, Starfield seems like it's keeping what was good in Fallout 4, while adding in a touch of Star Citizen, No Man's Sky, and even Alien Isolation, and I'm all here for it. Now let's move on to my worries about the game. The main worry that I have is about the quest lines and the side quests. We aren't shown or told much, which is fine. I get that they don't want to overload us with information, but at the same time I hope they improve significantly from where Fallout 4 was in terms of this. Especially considering the game's size, I hope they don't just fill it with radiant quests like they did with Fallout 4. I'm sure the main story will be the big emphasis, but I hope we can get the guilds, unique side quests and quest lines that we have seen in games like Skyrim, Oblivion, and New Vegas. I just mentioned it, but the size of this game worries me. I'm all for girth and rotation, but the solar systems in this game may just be too big for me. But in all seriousness, I'm all for big maps. However, with big maps comes a responsibility to fill those maps and to make every part of them interesting. Skyrim did a great job of this, as did many other open world RPGs, but with Starfield's size, I'm just worried that it may be a task that is too much to handle, and we might just get a bunch of empty planets. I'm going to pick on Fallout 4 again, and if you haven't noticed by now, that is the running gag of this video, but I'm doing it because it is our most recent example of a single-player open-world RPG from Bethesda, and that game had plenty of issues. Fallout 4's map was big, but the map felt empty and repetitive. Some parts felt fresh, like the glowing sea in the swamp section, but for the most part the game felt monotonous. The DLCs, notably Far Harbor, help with this issue by giving us something new, but let's just focus on the base game for now. Fallout 4's map was big, but parts of it just felt empty. With a game like Starfield that seems to be infinitely bigger than Fallout 4, I just hope they can do it justice, and honestly I don't know how they'll manage it. That's all I have for this video. These are just my brief and immediate thoughts regarding the gameplay reveal. I'm excited to see what Bethesda will come up with, and I have faith in the Howard. But let's just hope they can learn from the mistakes of the past and not repeat them. I honestly don't know if this game will be the next Skyrim or Cyberpunk. I'm super excited for this game, and to see if an open world space RPG can finally be done right, and who else to do that than the studio that has given us classics like Fallout 3, Oblivion, Skyrim, and Morrowind. Either way, I hope this game can buy enough of our time until the real thing that we're looking forward to comes out. That's all I have for this video. Please let me know your thoughts about Starfield in the comments. Do you guys think my worries are valid, or am I being a bit too cynical? If you've made it this far, I love you, and I genuinely hope that you have a great rest of your day.